So what are the best ways to avoid inheritance tax? Now, the first one is make a will. If you make a will, you can dictate where your assets go and who inherits them, and that can help you to try and avoid inheritance tax. The next one is make sure you use your allowances. Now, everybody has an inheritance tax allowance, a tax-free band of £325,000. If you keep your assets below that, then you won't be liable to any inheritance tax on your estate if you die. Number 3 is give your assets away. If you give them away, they won't fall into your estate, so you won't be liable for inheritance tax. But there are rules about how much inheritance tax is placed on these gifts once you give them away. It's called taper relief, and there are key allowances you need to be aware of, which I mentioned in the article. Next, you can think about placing assets into a trust, so for your children, for example, for their benefit, and then you can also do it and still receive the income from any asset that is within the trust. Number 6, take out life insurance. If you die and there's going to be a liability to inheritance tax that you can calculate, you can take out life insurance to pay that bill in the event of your death. Next, consider making gifts out of income. People don't realise that you can give money away out of income and it won't be liable for inheritance tax, just as long as you maintain your standard of living. And the other key point, it has to form part of your normal expenditure. Next, look at assets that are free from capital gains tax. It's possible if you pass them on, then any increase in their capital value will fall into somebody else's estate. Of course, the other thing you could do is leave money to charity. The benefit of doing so is that if you give at least 10% of your assets to charity, then you get a reduction in the 40% tax rate on inheritance tax on the rest of your assets. It drops down to 35%. And last but no means least, spend it. If you spend your money and you enjoy it, then there won't be anything left for the taxman. And of course, check out the full article on our website.